This is the day of our deadline, right? I am excited. Oh, yeah.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents. If you wanted an update, here's your chance.
I am very excited to see where the story goes next.
So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing. Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted. We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira. They might not even come out of it with a head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now. With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans. And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. Bound to have His Eminence Forden grinding his teeth, that. For now, let's enjoy the show!
Right, everyone. Farewell said, particulars packed.
All that remains is to ride to Oceana with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Luis. You won't know what hit you.
Well then, we're off to the races, what? Old Barden's given me a detailed map of the area.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. By the time I got some sleep. Heis, mate. Why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
What is he dreaming about?
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
With friends like these.
Now then.
Next is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceana. If we punch it south... If we punch it south out of Martira, we'll make it in, I'd say 3 nights, 4 days or so. Alright. Ooh, that's Punchy Lady again. That pink dual runner, I believe. Wow, so that's Port Brilehaven. Way on down there. Yeah, this is a major candidate's gauntlet runner seems to be here. Yeah, it's a lady with fists. I can't remember her name. Katharina? I want to say Katharina.
Let's see. Here's where we are now.
All right, well, let's get a move on to Brilehaven.
Oh, hey!
What sort of place is Port Brilehaven exactly? 'Tis a large city of prosperous commerce, due in no small part to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, Neuras? Why, I never! Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brilehaven, capital of Oceana.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the gauntlet runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceana. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish? Acclaim? Or...
Who knows, dude? Oh, I love this music.
What to pick?
3 days until we reach Brilehaven. What is this stat
Well met.
with Hulkenberg? You come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board, yada yada. Is this wisdom? Yeah, okay. Not right now. I need someone to give me eloquence. That's what I'm lacking.
All right then.
Where's Heisme? We still have more reading to do? Let's do the plant growing thing. We should do it at least once. The hero's fruit seed.
Yep.
Let's pop the seed in there then. First wet the soil, then sow the seeds. Also, these prefer more sun, so keep the soil covering to a minimum. I did it. Okay.
The party sets off for Martira. As they watch the setting sun sink under the horizon, their gauntlet runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees. The wildlife retreats to safety before the sunlight fades, leaving only deafening silence. The anticipation that follows a journey's beginning swells in their hearts.
The Grove Camp.
Oi!
Hey, have you heard? There's a bath cask on the back deck now. I've heard enough whining about not being able to bathe, so I whipped something up. It's not elegant, but it'll do the job. No doubt it would shake too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy a soak when we're stopped.
Speaking of,
I've heard that in certain regions, fruits and grasses are added into bathwater to relieve exhaustion and strengthen the body. Should you encounter such items, perhaps you ought to consider a purchase. Oh yeah, I did buy some of those, I think. Thanks to Neuras, you can now use the bath cask on the back deck. Not only can you acquire mag by using it, but you can also add various bath salts to the water to improve your abilities. Yeah, I think it was like a agility up or something. 3 more days on the road. I can tell you're feeling stronger these days, but it's still too dangerous to go outside at night. Oh, reportable quest. Can I hang out with my boy Neuras right now? Yeah, let's rank up Neuras. How's that request of mine coming along, Yes. It's a good thing we did the Heisme rank up earlier instead of him.
Hello.
Why, what's that look on your face? Boredom? Got nothing to do? Say, how's the search going, in regard to the lost relics, I mean? Well, we found a strange piece of junk that gives me the feeling of a relic.
Oh.
You intrigue me strangely, old girl. Let me take a look, would you? Here you go. Well, would you look at that? This certainly doesn't appear to be a natural object. Ah, this one's a bit of a trick. You gotta follow the right steps to open it.
No way.
Wait, so there's something inside? Just a little tug here, and there we are. It opened up.
Ta-da!
Take a look, a lost relic. I can't believe it turned out to be a proper piece of treasure.
What?
You mean it's real? We just sort of stumbled across it. Wonder if the mechanism's the same as the old codgers.
Oh,
Aha!
Eureka!
Eureka, my greatest invention yet, a work of genius made manifest. Thank you, Rogue.
Thank you.
Easy. Look at all those hero incidents. I've got to say, finding these one after another is something else. I'd half wondered if it was all an elaborate prank, but the old geezer was really on to something.
What?
Would he really mislead you on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. He said it was the genuine article, but so is my gullibility.
Goodness.
I'll never forget, the night of my birthday, he brought me a book. Called it his gift, a downright horrifying tome titled Lamentation of the Underworld or some such. He'd taken the liberty of reading it aloud when suddenly the lights went out and the darky threw on a monster costume and started chasing me around. That's messed up. That old goat. It's his fault that bright-eyed young Neuras grew up to be such a delicate and sensitive wallflower. I mean, just look at me. I, don't see it.
Rather.
Anyhow, this is just one part of a greater whole. The more intricate bits here, I'll bet my feathers, that's made to interlock with a partner piece. So if we collect them all, it'll form something? Oh, it'll become a Megazord. Let's go. Likely so. That's what the codger said anyway, though I haven't any idea what it makes. And if he was right, it supported an ancient civilization, one piece of a superlative device that generates an immense and limitless power. Wait, limitless? How's that possible? Not even igniters can do that, can they?
Yeah.
That, my girl, is something we can only find out once we've seen the finished product, eh? So please help me find the rest.
Right.
I'm definitely feeling motivated now. That's the spirit. I'm counting on you. Something tells me we'll have to gather up the whole lot for this.
Whoa.
I admit, it looks like junk to me. Now, I've been a connoisseur of junk since I was a sprout, I'll have you know.
Hey.
What were you like as a child? I was an adorable, well-behaved boy from a prominent family, but one day the old codger, who wasn't quite so old then, beckoned me over with his finger of fate. Curiosity got the better of me, and I saw he was holding a fossil caked in mud alongside other bibbits and bobbits I couldn't begin to fathom. Next thing I know, I'm sneaking out of the house to dig for fossils in the cliffside with the gaffer. Naturally, my parents discovered this and had me grounded, but I wouldn't let that deter me. And one day, as I dug through the dirt, I picked up something that was clearly not a fossil at all. I read every technical book under the sun, but whatever this was eluded me.
However...
Although I did find a technical manual on gauntlet runners in my mad academic sprint, got a bit invested, and then suddenly I was an engineer. Then it must have been fate. Perhaps so, old thing. Everything did seem to start there. It's how I came to be the man I am today. To chase the unknown, to escape tedium, that's just the course my mind tends to chart.
Thank you.
The decision to travel with you lot, collecting relics, that too was the result of letting the heart do as it pleases. Let's go, rank up. Yo, we're gonna find the One Piece. Suck it, Luffy.
We're in this journey together, what?
The start of battle on the Gauntlet Runner deck, enemies take damage? Oh, that's interesting. When fighting on deck of the Gauntlet Runner, enemies will take damage at the start of battle. How nice.
Speaking of...
Ah, yes, about the next relic, I found a clue in the old man's journal. I've written it down in my notebook. It should be somewhere around here. Give it a gander if you would.
Right then.
I'll be sure all's ship shape and ready to go. I'm counting on you to search for another relic for me. I'll be waiting, lad.
This one's important.
Need to find Neuras' coveted relics. I don't know where they are, but I should look for them. I'm on it.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the Ocean City the day after tomorrow. Hi, Zmei, you've erected a tent up above, haven't you? Do take care that you don't get carried off by the wind. I'm confident it will take more than that to pull the tent apart, though I suppose some caution is warranted.
Speaking of...
Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us now. My young friend, where did you hear you G for capable of flight? I hate to disappoint, but they're rather more for gliding. In 2 days. We've gotten used to all this traveling, don't you think? Dude, I think it is, like, really fun, by the way, that you have these moments in the game where you actually have to take days to travel somewhere and you can do, like, specific events during it. And even some, I think it was really smart of them to make it where some of the rank ups happen on the dual, or I keep saying dual runner because of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. They made it where some of the rank ups happen on the Gauntlet Runner, which I think was really smart game design. Well, we could up our wisdom or courage. Or we could read the book over here. I could see about cooking for that one request. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Ooh. Want to make something? We should try to have everyone teach us their culinary specialty. Let me see if I can make that thing I need. It needs that specific... Oh, mellow milk. Is this it? Coney stew. That might be the one I need to make. Is there anything else that uses mellow milk? This does. Benevolent bread. So it could also be that. I need fragrant spice. So I can't make the thing that we need right now, I don't think. Oh, this should be done, right?
Hey there.
Wow, the hero's fruit bore fruit. Hey, why don't we harvest it? Give.
Whoa.
We were able to harvest some great fruit. If you have more seeds, let's sow them. All right, sure. There's something else in the dirt. It's crazy this machine can make the soil fertile enough to grow seeds in only a day. Well, lots of things get attracted here. Sometimes things we don't plant grow too. If you see something you can use, I guess you should take it. Tail bait, okay. Dude, there are more books now. Perhaps Heismay added. Ah, okay, I thought that would happen. New World Travel Diary is what we were working on. I'm almost done reading it. Yeah, let's finish this one. Get my imagination up some more.
What's that?
He continued to traipse through the raging sandstorm. At last he came upon a cave, the entrance gaping like the maws of a beast. The walls of the cave were translucent, revealing the inside to be a gigantic, intricately winding labyrinth. I am just stumbling over my words today, chat. Twilight, thank you for the cheer. Greatly appreciated. Fantastical and akin to a mirage.
Oh, yeah?
A giant cave with glass walls in the desert? That sounds otherworldly, but also familiar. Well, whatever. What's it sound like to you? Sounds pretty.
Sure.
That would be a beautiful sight.
Right?
Yeah, I bet it'd be dazzling in the daylight, probably at night too, sparkling in the moonlight. Imagination. You're right, chat. Words do be wording. I agree. I know this new world is just fictional, but I'd want to visit if it were a real place. With that, I've finished the book.
All right.
Yeah, give me that bonus imagination. Books are worth so much. All right, imagination is almost at 3. I think it's our closest now, actually. That or wisdom.
Neuras speaking.
This is Neuras. I got something on the old girl's radar, so I'll be taking a short stop. Words.
The city ruins come to view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brilehaven. However, the promise of strong magla drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain. And with the promise of abandoned riches followed the thieves. For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped by fear.
Ooh. Pretty.
This is...
'Tis a truly harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Something wrong, lad? Did the Gauntlet Runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
No, sorry. I was just reminded of something unpleasant.
Well then.
Let's call it a day and head back.
Thanks.
I appreciate the concern, but really, I'll be fine. I know what destroyed this village. I've no doubt about it. This is the work of a human. Indeed, the scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind by monster attacks or acts of war. Right, I don't know if the magla crystals are what attracted the humans here, or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually... stroll. I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all those lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. The day will come when both this place and your homeland will flourish once again.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I feel like coming face to face with the cruel decline of the village has deepened my wisdom.
All right.
Give me them points. Ooh, so close. Will it be wisdom first that hits 3 or imagination?
Hey!
Ah, my stomach sends notice that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? So I guess Neuras can read the room when he wants to, huh?
So...
Let's put this place behind us.
Here.
By the by, I made another drawing. This picture will bring viewers no joy, but it's an important sight to document nonetheless. I don't think that we should give the small child the picture of the destroyed city. The gems were really pretty, at least.
As the sun sinks below the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
Looks like we're gonna be running into Katharina again tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, we'll be in a real maritime city. I bet we'll be able to see the ocean soon. First time for both of us. Is this imagination?
Ah, it's you.
Hello there, I've got altogether too much time on my hands. Would say we take a little rest and talk a moment. No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we get a little break. Yeah, imagination.
If so.
Not right now.
My bad.
Apologies, I shouldn't speak so. It's just as Haisme says, I'm too pessimistic. It's a bad habit.
All right then.
Doo-doo.